We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Tracy. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 19-18.
Here's Dart. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. The Giants at 7-2 here on the year, and they come in off a loss last time out, but they're still in the midst of a good stretch here, CD. Winners of 7 of their last 9.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. They'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jahad Campbell. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get this down inside the 35.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Off the bootleg, it's Dart. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
9-yard line.
And they just did not get the snap away in time. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Mustang, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 79 Broncos.
Now Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
Tag. Cowboy 80. Panther 60. Panther 60. 19 Lions. Let's go.
They'll try to throw for it with Dart. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
31-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You talk about this Giant defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Dart going to look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know what all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Tracy. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
He'll try again. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Tyrone Tracy with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. At the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they're certainly playing their best football of the year.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Tough to bring Bryant down.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Here we go, sack.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going deep here for Bryant.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Throwing, dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors.
It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's 2nd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Let's go.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Head to 60, head, drop low 18.
To throw now, Dart. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Yards on the play. And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Off the bootleg, it's Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this one too low.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
A They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
They'll go. Here's Dart.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
A lot of incompletions like 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw.
And it is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big time.
And got his man complete. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll look to throw again. It's caught by Bryant. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll set up a throw.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
The 12-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list.
And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And they're on the 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. He's got space past the 25.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield, and allow the play to be successful.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Ready up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
To throw is Dart. And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
To the air again, Dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts,
26 yards.
as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
60 bison, ready. Purple Cowboy 80, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 70 Rangers, ready.
Dart.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
4 yards.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
19 tight, 19 tight. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18.
To the air, Dart.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be second and goal. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal.
Working out of the gun is Dart.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Here we go, Shaq. Cougar 19. Trap 60, trap 60. 19 Lion. Let's go.
Throwing his Dart.
And it's caught. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Giants take the chance on fourth and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Extra point by Seibert up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He dumps it off to Barkley.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard.
But we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Running left is Tracy. And he's got it to about the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second down and 8. Play action. Now Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, design run for their wideout. Shedding through the defense. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60.
A play fake, and now it's Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Count 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Here's Dart.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Tyrone Tracy. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Eagles get a bit closer.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
They'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, look at repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. They'll hand it to Tracy.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. To throw, Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. That gain on third down, good for 28.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Jalen Carter in on that tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking to throw, Dart.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try.
A 51-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.